run them down. That's a full team kill.
What is that?
Another.
He's looking for third. He's gonna get it.
Not the kill, and Vastek's gonna find another one. He finds that shot. He finds two.
He's still alive. Can he go in?
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna go bar down and give Saints the lead again.
Hello, Saint Nation, and welcome back to some more Valorant action. Here today is NECC Semifinals with Jackson of Pride Brown, joined alongside Daniel Jobin here today. St. Clair Saints versus UOttawa Garnet. How you feeling, Jobin?
I'm feeling really good. But when UOttawa, Garnet, and St. Clair get together, it always is a good matchup. Whether it's League, Valorant, every single time we get some great action. I can't wait to see the playoffs, man. Playoff energy is different.
Playoff energy really does hit different
Yes.
here. I believe they made their way through the quarterfinals here now, making it to semis and NECC. And they're going up against a strong roster being UOttawa Garnet. We've seen them a few times this season, and we've built quite the storyline when it does come to competing up against them. However, the Saints haven't been able to take them down. It is UOttawa Garnet who have always been able to come away and find the wins. However, St. Clair's forced them to 15-13 overtimes. It really pushed them to the distance. So it's going to be interesting to see here now how St. Clair does up against UOttawa, especially missing a key piece of their team being Casper.
Yeah, we know UOttawa, they're definitely a team that always comes prepared, and in the playoffs, you know, both these teams are going to be doing a lot of odd review, a lot of like what agents are these guys playing, what maps are they picking, do they like to play offense or defense first? We know UOttawa always comes in with a really strong plan, and St. Clair having to make some wrinkles now with Casper not being in the lineup, so really curious to see what kind of lineup they're going to go with this time around. They pulled it really close, but they did go down 2-0 last time, so looking to bounce back and try to move on and go to the grand finals.
Yeah, we weren't quite able to get a map select before this one, so we are going to be holding off on that
Going
manner, and we actually will, like you said, going in blind. It's going to be very nice to see who actually can take what on each map here now. But if I'm going to go for a little bit of a prediction here in this series, I'm going to have to favor UOttawa Garnet. They've just shown that they have the side of St. Clair's number when it does come to them playing time and time again. And coming through in this game here today, just missing one of those vital pieces of the team, like I was saying, being Casper, it's really just going to swing things, I think, even more in the favor of UOttawa Garnet here now and make things very difficult for St. Clair. Like you were saying, putting some wrinkles in their system. It's going to be very interesting also to see how they adapt to that and who's going to fill that role. Who's going to play the chamber? Yeah,
it's a really interesting thing because you have Dawson or Strider coming in, rather Dawson thinking about Call of Duty. Yeah, Strider coming in playing the Omen. So Omen and Chamber, they have a very different role, especially Omen after the new buff. He's a lot more of like an engager and an initiator. So it's not really someone that you want to play on the backline too often. So St. Clair, someone's gonna have to step up. We've seen VCAN has had the pop-up moments. We know Blossom's always good for something. So we have seen really good pop-up moments from the rest of the team. One of them is gonna have to definitely step up this game because they're gonna need everything to take down UOttawa.
We have seen potential, is what you're seeing. We've seen
a glimpse,
opportunity here for themselves, and that's what gives us hope here for the side of St. Clair to potentially find a map here. And I think that if St. Clair can find a map, you call that a W in your books. I mean, you might not be able to come away and go into that grand finals position here, but Bind and Haven are maps 1 and 2. I believe map 3 is picked of the loser of map 2. I'm fairly certain, but Bind and Haven at least starting us off. It is going to be that's kind of some maps that we do see quite often.
Yeah, I think we did see UOttawa and St. Clair play Bind the first time around. It was map 1. UOttawa was pretty dominant on Bind. Their attacking side, I was rewatching the game today, their post-plant strategies, they were like almost flawless. Every time they seemingly got that bomb down, they end up winning the round. They had like a crazy strong attacking half, so hopefully those Blossom Blast packs maybe are in store. UOttawa was a little bit ready for it last time, so it's definitely a map both teams are familiar with. Just got to see who's going to have the better strategy.
Now, do you think Blossom will hold back a little bit on the aggression, knowing how strong the side of UOttawa Garnet is? Or do you think that entices him more to go in and try to make these funky plays?
Watching the last game, you could tell early on he did try to full send it and did try to get that early engagement, but he did kind of taper off because UOttawa, like, they're smart. They figured out what he was doing, and they've seen all the clips of him going off and off with it, so they were kind of ready for it. So I definitely expect a more tapered back, and we did say map 3, if they decide it does come to it, will be Icebox. So that'll definitely be a map we haven't seen either team play.
I would love to see it.
An Icebox map 3 would be the greatest thing ever, just the verticality and everything, but so you got to get through Bind and Haven first, and Haven also such a tricky map to play. Those 3 sides, we've seen even pro teams struggle immensely with trying to guard A, B, and so you just can't devote a push to anything.
You got to rotate so far to get from the A site over to the C site, and when you're playing the A site too, the defensive positions on A are very deep into A. It's not like you're going to be playing a quick rotate where you're sitting at that like hallway that rotates you over to B. No, you're playing this one in long, you're playing it in short, and at that point in time, if you lose those A resources, it takes a very long time for those B and C players to translate over, and vice versa. If you lose C, it takes a very long time for those A and B players to rotate over. So I mean, when it does come down to it, we've seen lots of teams struggle on the defending side there of Haven, and I'm very very interested now to actually see though if the Saints will be starting on that defensive side or if they will be getting the attacking side start.
Yeah, and same thing with Bind. If I'm them on Bind, I'm definitely going to try to play defense because most teams pushing that one side, I can't remember if it's the A or the B side on Bind, pushing through Hookah and Long is pretty much like undoable for any team with a decent setup. You smoke Hookah and you put a little bit of a slow and Long. So nobody ever really even pushes that site. So if you're saying, Claire, maybe if you can get Bind first and you get the side pick, I'm definitely going to say you want to say defense because it's pretty easy to guard one side, but Ottawa's attack was so strong that I almost wouldn't hate to see Sinclair come out and just try to go full aggression and try to maybe at least try like spark something early on. So whether it works or not, at least you like came out swinging and tried something.
Yeah, it'd be very beneficial to find something very early on. If they can take an early lead, it is so massive. Just a reminder on how important this game is. I mean, this is the semifinals. You lose this, you are sent home. You are sent packing. That is your for many of these teams done and dusted. I mean, there's not much to play for after this league. So a lot of it is going to come down to the wire here now. Both teams desperately looking to come away with the win and advance into that grand final stage. It would be awesome for both teams to want to make it to a national championship there. And, there's only a few teams remaining. This is your best opportunity they've had. And for St. Clair, this being their first year for Valorant as well, this is very nice to see that they're having a great progression, starting us off right away, making it all the way into the NECC semifinals in just the second semester.
Yeah, and even though they have had the lineup changes, I mean, they still got to the semifinals with Strider filling in that Omen role because Omen got the buff and Strider has been playing super solid in that role the entire time.
So lucky for him.
Dude, I'm an Omen main myself. That buff was the greatest thing that could have happened to the game. So now we see Strider has a lot more, agency in his role and he's able to do a lot more things to pull off a lot more plays. So now we kind of see everyone it's more of like a team effort. It's not we don't have like the single pop-off star. It's more of a collaborative effort to everyone to get these wins nowadays.
For anybody who doesn't know, why don't you break down that Omen buff a little bit more and kind of what it entails?
Yeah, so you can throw out his smokes faster, so the smokes get deployed faster and they land faster. And that little flash teleport that he has, which is on the C key, he can flash. It still makes a noise, but the noise doesn't seem directional anymore. So you know that Omen teleported behind you, but you actually can't figure out where it is. And it goes, I think it's like they cut the time in half that it takes to flash. So you can literally like pop flash behind someone. They have no idea where you are and you can immediately cause confusion. And that's like, Omen didn't really have any way to, because the teleport was like 4 seconds before. It was just way too slow to get anything out of it. But Strider has really found his stride with it, so to speak. And he's done really, really well so far on it. So
yeah, Omen was one of those agents that is really one of those slower players. It takes slower to get his flashes out, takes slower to get his smokes out. And when TPing, it's very easy and stuff to get that information on him. So it's easy to get intel on Omen. But basically everything that changes now just basically going to make him a quicker agent, going to be able to do all of these plays a lot more efficiently, which will always help with the team. And then another big benefit is that TP silence. I mean, obviously you still know a general location of where it's coming from, about in front or behind. But you don't really know where at in front or behind. It could be behind. I mean, it could be in front. Like, you can have no clue where this TP can be now. And it's really going to create a lot of confusion. And I think we're actually going to be seeing Omen TPs get stuck a lot more now. Because Omen TPs were something that were mainly used just to try to bait out a little bit of an idea that there might be somebody behind. And now to see the side of, St. Clair have that buff for themselves, to have an Omen main being Strider have that for himself, it's really going to allow them now to actually commit to that TP a lot more.
And especially when you're playing offense, if you get raised, you can have Raze go over the top with the blast packs. Omen can flash into some corner. And then if you have a Jet or someone else, Valorant, the meta seems to be a lot more, it's based on more mobility and like space creation now. Like it was with the Viper before the nerfs and Astra, especially before the nerfs, it was a lot more like site control or running like set plays like a football team. Like you line up with the line of scrimmage and you're running a set play. But nowadays it's a lot more trying to create off angles and try to use mobility to create space and to push people off site to cause like a one-man rotation or try to get like these solo picks. So the game, a little bit different state that even it wasn't like 2-3 months ago. Obviously, you still have a lot of the same picks. You still see Jets all the time and everything like that. But the game plays a little bit differently, and St. Clair has adapted pretty well to the changes so far. Just going to have to make sure they adapt here tonight to UOttawa's plan coming in.
Yeah, it's only 1 to 2 players actually we're waiting on here now before we actually do get this game started for your NECC semifinals versus UOttawa Garnet. And, I mean, it's all come down to this, Jobin. This is we're getting to the end of April. Me and you finished our last exam this morning, so we're all done our program here now. So it's very interesting. I mean, we're getting down to the wire of it, the pressure, the tension, it's building high, and this is the time to perform for both of these teams. I cannot emphasize it enough here. And I think that personally, honestly, if St. Clair gets to that icebox, I can see them taking the series. I just don't know how easy of a time they will have in these first 2 maps.
Yeah, let's say, we know that UOttawa, the way they played so coordinated, Bind and Haven are 2 maps that reward team coordination more than some of the other maps. All I say, thankfully for St. Clair, there will be no Fracture, because unless they've been drilling Fracture, I say it every single time, unless they've been super drilling Fracture, definitely their worst map, but I'm guessing UOttawa probably not the biggest Fracture fans as well, so Icebox.
I mean, who is?
Honestly, nobody. Sorry, Fracture. You got something that has to get fixed with it. Even Breeze, I think Breeze. I would have loved to see a Breeze as well, but Fracture, happy that's out of the pool. But St. Clair, They played a lot of Bind. They played a lot of Haven. They are such tough maps to play. And knowing that they did lose to UOttawa, it's either going to light a fire into them or they're going to be maybe a little too conservative because they like respect UOttawa almost too much. So if I'm them, I'm going to look to that 15-13 game and try to use that as more of our milestone game. And if you look at Bind, they might go, oh, we kind of got rolled over here. They only won like a pistol and 1 or 2 bonus rounds. So you want to just make sure like, hey, we know we can take these guys. We have the right comp for it. We just have to come in and execute our plan and not like get too crazy and out of hand.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So while we do wait for this game to start here for just a couple more moments, let's talk about a few things being first. First things first, let's talk about this apparel we got on, because if you guys are interested in getting some of the Saints apparel for yourself, support the Saints here even further going into this next upcoming semester and the remainder of this this semester in the summer. You guys can get your Saints merch for yourself. T-shirts, jackets, jerseys, crew necks, hoodies, and so much more. I know there's masks, flags, anything you can imagine. Acquire.ca/Saints. It's all very comfortable and it's all very affordable. So if you guys are interested, like I was saying, interested in repping the Saints, going above and beyond, you're going to the grocery store, want to rep your Saints, you can do so here. Acquire.ca/Saints to get your merch.
Yeah, and of course one of our other lovely sponsors, our friends at Crunchyroll. They recently came on last semester. Best anime and manga service on the planet. They have a pretty much infinite library of anime and manga. Just had the Funimation collab beginning of April as well. You can get a 14-day premium free trial at crunchyroll.com/Saints. That's crunchyroll.com/Saints. We love them. Best anime service on the planet, and thank you so much, Crunchyroll.
You know, the first 14 days might be free, but they're going to suck you in, and you're going to be subscribing right after that. It goes quick. Next thing you know, you're binging a show, and you can't watch any more episodes because the free trial is over. No worries. Crunchyroll's here to help you out, and you can at least get your interests into these shows, right?
Exactly.
I mean, find something you like, and the next thing you know, you're sucked into it, right? But thank you to our other sponsors as well, like you were saying, Tim Hortons, Subway, SRC, and the Alumni Association. It wouldn't be possible to run these broadcasts without them, as well as your viewers back at home. I know we aren't even into a game yet, and there's so many of you viewers back there supporting us every single day in and day out. So thank you guys so much for that. We have everybody in the lobby here now, and we should be starting this one in about 30 to 45 seconds as we are just getting ours in chat here now for both of these two teams. And with that being said, we'll talk about one more thing before we actually do jump in the game. That is going to be us recruiting for the fall of 2022 semester. If you guys are interested in becoming a Saint yourself, you can do so now at stclairsaints.ca/join. We have varsity and academy scholarship offer positions available. We have lots of training facilities coming up here with the arena being built. You can keep up to 100% of your tuition scholarships and keep up to 100% of your winnings. So very big, tons of new titles getting added with Academy being into the mix. So much to apply for. If you're interested in anything stclairsaints.ca related, go head over there, like I was saying, stclairsaints.ca/join to get started. But here we go, Jobin.
Here we go. Finally, back into the game on Bind. The rematch, St. Clair and UOttawa, we played almost a month ago to the day. UOttawa did take the series 2-0, but today will be the dawn of a new day. We're going to see the exact same roster coming in for UOttawa. Going to be Housie, Rar, APL, Jeremy, and Blade. And St. Clair, actually, we're going to see, is it going to be Casper, Hybrid, VK, Wombat, and Blossom? So Casper actually be back in the lineup after a little hiatus there.
Yeah, Casper, he's back in things. So I think he was just away in Toronto there.
Yes,
he was in one of those events there. He was taking some pictures for some of these teams, and it might have just been that one game, but we see Casper back in the lineup here. So no Strider. We talked so much about him in his Omen, but we're just, throwing him
Casper on the Reyna, too.
Some friendly... Oh, we haven't even seen him on the Reyna in quite some time. It's usually been a Chamber, a KO.
You don't see many Reynas at all in the new meta, so I'm really interested to see what kind of
Reyna didn't get a buff, did she?
No, Reyna's only gotten 2 nerfs since release because she was uberly broken, so she has a good place obviously in the game with the flash and the dismiss, but Reyna's definitely an off-meta pick and nowadays, so we're going to see what kind of difference it makes. We're going to go Reyna and the Sova are going to be the only difference, I believe, for the team, so very vast difference in playstyle. Looks like St. Clair maybe going for more of a brawl comp almost kind of thing.
A Chamber and a Reyna. I'm excited to see this. Oof. You also do see Blossom on the Rays. This is looking like an aggression kind of comp from St. Clair. You have Wombat there on the Sky. He has very aggressive flashes that he can use that'll help push the team in. Hybrid, he's going to be the one to put smokes down. And St. Clair, it is looking like they are into a dive comp here.
Reyna and I would say Reyna and Rays on the Brim, Stimmy, man. This might be something. St. Clair might be cooking something up here. I have to see what they're going to do here. It looks like they are going to be on the defending side first. So UOttawa is going to start off on attack. I'm guessing they probably chose the attacking side, if I'm not mistaken. We don't have to check afterward and see what the case would be there. But UOttawa did have a very strong attack on Bind last. We're going to have to see what they're kind of planning here. Both teams going to have a little bit of a mixed vibe for both teams. But
starting lineup for the side of UOttawa, Garnet, Housie, Rar, IPL, Jeremy, and Blade. That's the same roster we saw last time around. Yep. So this is where they could give St. Clair problems because we know that these 5 members together can really prove to be a force to reckon with. But with that being said, no more time to waste. We've knocked 15 minutes down here with our night, and we're going to be hopping into game. St. Clair Saints versus UOttawa Garnet getting started here on Bind.
Get started on Pistol Hybrid. You're going to maybe try to sell a little bit of weapon swap. Just try to maybe wait for some information. Try to see what's going to happen. UOttawa Gonna be drifting over toward the B side for the time being. Gonna head over toward that TP long side. APL gonna be walking down with head into Brimstone. You woke him through, so UOttawa might try to get that quick push on Pistol. They are gonna try to smoke it. They are gonna run in. Pain Shell's woke him through, and the Trailblazer, so they are gonna try to back St. Clair off of site. They will be able to take site control. They do have a huge numbers advantage, so Jeremy will try to clear back hallway. Boombot will go through. The spike will get down nice and early, so UOttawa gonna easily take over site and get the bomb down here to start.
Yeah, that's going to be a very aggressive attacking-sided round, but some nice shots for Casper on the Reyna. Going to find a few as Hybrid will line up one as well. It's a 5-on-2 retake coming through, very successful for St. Clair. Now all left up to APL on the chamber, down tagged low. The bomb's getting defused. VCAN for the kill, and the flawless start from St. Clair.
Hey, you'll take that if you're St. Clair. Casper on the Reyna, they played that back hallway so well. UOttawa, they pretty much just played a 5v5 retake and played that, flawlessly. They end up just taking 5 kills and getting the site back and getting defused, so looked like they maybe gave the site to UOttawa, but pulled the Uno reverse card there and just flipping things on their head and taking 1-0.
And now look at the buys. It's going to be St. Clair able to get Spectred out here. Full armor on 3 and light armor on VCAN and Wombat here now. And it is going to be the side of St. Clair. If they can find this round, it's going to put them up 2-0. But the only problem is the third round, UOttawa Garnet will have a pretty strong buy.
Yes.
So St. Clair, you need to find this one.
Yeah, especially third round being the bonus round. Get a little extra cash in your pocket if you end up winning and pulling through there. So nothing something to worry about. Blade is going to try to dart out long. Isn't going to get anything with the info. So UOttawa going to look like they're going to flow towards a heavy A-stack pusher. Blossom will end up getting the wallbang on Housey. So Raise on Rage Crime. ALPL will find 2 with that under back-to-back headshots. 2 topping the side of St. Clair. And now it's a 4v3 for UOttawa. APL is going to be low on health. Wombat will find the Judge kill on Jeremy. So Wombat still lurking. Lamps with the Judge will fake the flash from Mar. Jumping Judge nails the head but doesn't get the kill. War will get that one tap with the Sheriff. APL finds his third of the round with the Headhunter, and now all on the one member for the side of St. Clair. Got to try to figure something out. UOttawa will get bombed down, and then this will be a pretty tough retake.
If you looked at the weaponry for the side of UOttawa, you know that you're going to be relying mainly on your chamber because he has that pocket sheriff. He has that weapon that can come through and really disrupt this Spectre buy. He's going to do just that. He finds 3 kills here. Hybrid's not going to expect him from behind, but actually Hybrid will have the intel he needs here now. But now that information is given over. Hybrid's still good for the kill here, but now the other 2 players know where he's located. Only 10 bullets in his gun. He's forced to reload, making his way through here. Now knows he has to stim, finds one in the first corner. Judge player going down, swinging for the Sova, not able to come in. Blade for the clutch and a 1-1 score line here. Now UOttawa Garnet will win their pistols and will now have such an upper hand on the bonus.
Yeah, UOttawa taking the Thrifty will definitely have the upper hand on the bonus round here. If you're St. Clair, started off pretty bad. They looked like that Hybrid maybe was able to bring it back there, but just unable to do so. The trademark for Chamber able to get the intel, and then they're able to get the 2v1 trade in Hookah. St. Clair now 1v1. Definitely going to be a very, very rough buy for the side of St. Clair. This will be a bonus round. It looks like maybe
we're going to see a quick
we're going to
pause.
see a little bit of a disconnect here from some of the Saints, so that's definitely something to take a look out for here.
Yeah, so quick little pause here. Not sure exactly what the issue is quite yet. You never know. It could be something as far as a ping to an internet issue. It could be something as far as to having to OP.
Or a Valorant issue, yeah.
Or a Valorant issue. Yeah. I mean, never can let that one get away. But with that being said, I mean, St. Clair Saints, UOttawa, it's a good start for them. They had a beautiful pistol retake, but it just fell apart. Yeah. You have Spectres against pistol. You have to lock away those rounds.
Yeah, if Chambers, it's okay if Chamber ends up getting 1 or maybe 2 kills with the Headhunter, because even though St. Clair had a decent buy, that's a gun that if you have, it rewards good aim, you can one-shot people in the head. But letting 3 members of St. Clair go down to APL like that, you just can't have it. You have to find some way to trade him out after the first kill. Yeah, like even getting 2 is a little aggressive. You have to find a way to trade that out. So St. Clair, if they're going to take these engages, they're going to have to make sure they go 2 for 1 and just try to make sure you go 1 for 1 instead of going 0 for 3 and then now you're down to a 5v2 retake.
Yeah, I mean, it just did not work out well there. I mean, you can't do it. So now the money is all in favor. It looked like they all had right around 5 to 5.1k for the side of UOttawa here now. And I mean, 5.1k, that's a lot of money. You can get there. You can get yourself that full-on rifle. You can get yourself full armor. You can get yourself your utility. I mean, everything is kind of there for yourself going into this upcoming round.
Yeah, you pretty much have any options are on the table. You want to go half by full armor and crazy utility, you can. Yeah, you want to go Bulldog, Guardian, even Operator if you want to go someone full stand the op and go light armor or something. You have pretty good flexibility and you have the momentum on your side. And UOttawa, so far, 2 rounds, they have gotten the bomb down twice. So maybe St. Clair tries to get that early engage going earlier and just try to cut off that front line because maybe they're like, hey, we'll let UOttawa onto side a little bit too easily. So the first time it works out great because it's pistol round, so you're at pretty even playing field. But round 2, as soon as there's a little bit of a gun difference, you got to be ready for it. And we're right into round 3 here. Wombat going to be with the shorty and Lamps.
Yeah, but look at this. Rar is here. Another one of these beautiful flashes. That's going to be a kill instantly opened up as APL will find one on Blossom here now as well. It's going to be a 5-on-3 and an instantaneous bomb plant for UOttawa. The pistols of St. Clair doesn't look like they're able to find a whole lot. You also do see Casper, or sorry, not Casper. You see the chamber for St. Clair tagged down. That is going to be VCan falling on the chamber. That is actually interesting. I didn't know who was going to be playing the chamber, and it is going to be VCan.
I hadn't even thought of it, yeah. Casper on the Reyna hybrid is going to try to find one here. St. Clair, even though you had a pretty rough buy and it would have been a thrifty, this is not exactly how you wanted the round to go. Unable to take any guns off the side of UOttawa. They did get plant down, and now all on Casper. The Sheriff Bird will actually get the intel I think they needed. Probably got the vision on them there, so now Casper going to try to sit back line and try to find an exit frag, but St. Clair pretty much going to go down flawless here in sort of round 3 in the bonus round, so UOttawa looking very strong once again on bind.
Yeah, Casper is here looking for some sort of an exit frag. He will spot the 1, but Rar there for the 3K and another round in favor of UOttawa Garnet. I mean, everybody anticipated UOttawa to get that round there, and they will find it. But this is where St. Clair, they have to turn this one around. They have to flip the head on it. And it is going to be with the buy coming through. A Guardian actually forced onto Wombat, though, is he doesn't have enough money to buy up to a full rifle with full armor. So it looks like he is going to be opting for Vandal with light. Okay, so he's not
Guardian to judge the Vandal. This man is thinking all over the place right now.
He's like, all right, what works best with my economy? I agree with what he's doing here because he can get a rifle. A light armor isn't all that bad, and he does still get to save $500 in his bank for these upcoming rounds. So all's well for St. Clair, but this is one of those rounds that if you don't want to let UOttawa find this early success, you have to shut them down here.
Yeah, once again, Brimstone is going to go down mid. Housie is going to run up. I'm guessing Boombot and Paintles will probably come out through to try to clear some space. Hybrid is going to try to molly oversight there. Housie will end up getting the wall bang on Wombat. Going to take him out early. Seekers did come out. Housie going to find a second one onside, dropping Blossom as well. So UOttawa, once again, total side control. Jeremy will find one out of Lambs, knocks down Hybrid now. Onto a 5v2 in St. Clair. Looking for anything right now. They have not found a single kill in the last 2 rounds, and it's not looking good this round so far.
Vegan, he spotted out a player. He actually has 2 players spotted, but being tagged so down before Jeremy gets the swing off, and Jeremy will find the both of them. Vegan, Casper, wrote the duelist going to fall, and it's going to be a 3K for Jeremy in that round. Now St. Clair will be trailing by 2 and stuck with an economic deficit. It's going to now be a few sheriffs with a few pieces of armor coming through, but other than that, they don't really have much to their name compared to UOttawa, who has 5 rifles, full armor, full utility, and a minimum of 4.9K. A minimum of 4.9.
8.3K. Blade is almost at max money, and a couple other members are getting up there as well. Back-to-back flawless will do that for you, especially when you win the bonus round and you get plant 3 straight times. So UOttawa definitely in the driver's seat. St. Clair, you have to find a way, and Blossom is actually going to use the early aggression. Double blast packs into the Trailblazer. Jeremy shuts it down immediately, so Blossom, maybe not the worst idea considering how the round started, but gets completely shut down. We'll try to flash out mid. Yeah, it's a risky idea, and you don't necessarily love it. But Wombat pushes showers and able to find one as well, so St. Clair just going 1 by 1. Hybrid will end up finding the kill on houses, so maybe they can recover 1 rifle and try to put some work in here, but Jeremy is going to be Brimstone and try to walk over and guard that Vandal. Blade is down.
Well,
to
the
1
bomb's
HP.
down too.
Yes, and bomb is down as well, so St. Clair, maybe they can salvage something out of this round, at least take maybe 1 or 2 more rifles off UOttawa, so just have to try to play some smart angles here and maybe try to get a trade here.
Yeah, bomb has been acquired now for Jeremy, though. He's been able to sneak away with it, and a lot of damage dealt over to Casper on the Reyna. Swinging through, not able to find anything as Rar and Blade are there for the cleanups. Hybrid and Casper each getting sent down. Has a 4th for UOttawa here now after our first 5 initial rounds. St. Clair, they do have a bye in this round to try to bounce back, but if they don't, it's going to put them down 5-1 with Ottawa onto another very successful bye up against St. Clair with a weaker bye, and that could extend their lead up to 6-1, and 6-1 is where you start to lose control of the game. So it's not a must-win round for the Saints, but it's a very important one, and I'm very excited to see this double up.
Yeah, we saw the money was in around the average of the 6K range. Now the average of UOttawa is around the 7.5K range, so that money is climbing pretty rapidly. So St. Clair, if you're not going to win these rounds, you have to start taking at least more than 1 gun off the side of UOttawa. This isn't sustainable for the rest of this half, and if they don't, like you said, it's going to get to 5-6-1. It's going to snowball, and APL immediately gets first blood on VCan. So St. Clair, once again, already going to be down to chamber, which is huge going into the late round, and now APL going to be playing shower short again. Is going to recover the operator, actually, so pretty big, I don't have to stake for St. Clair, but APL played it really well, but huge loss for St. Clair. Now APL going to be juggling the weapons back out of showers as well, actually, so really smart to keep those guns away from St. Clair, and they have to try to figure out some way to shut down this UOttawa offense.
They do not want to let St. Clair away with an op at all here right now, and these smokes coming in is going to really shut down the offense coming in, but never mind, Rar's already on site, joined alongside Blade, I believe that is, and that's going to be Hybrid. Yes, he is going to use his ult, trying to take this player off bomb. He will successfully get him off the bomb, but that's only going to last for a few seconds before he shoots out the dog. He's going to be able to replant this one now, and it's a full 4-on-5 retake.
Yeah, and this maybe it's a problem with the comp. I think Sinclair just doesn't have enough utility to like retake these sites to the full extent. After the Brim smokes, they don't really have any lines. Blossom will end up getting the kill though, so they can play the numbers game. It is 4v4, and Blade for the side of UOttawa is low on HP. APL going to be walking out of tree, going to try to find something. He knows there's one to the left. Casper will get the wall bang headshot on Roar, so we end up getting an operator in his hand. Put it to good use. APL will find his second of the round on Blossom, so still a 3v3. The bomb is ticking down. Sinclair going to have to try to find something. Wombat will fake the defuse. Orbital strike will come into delay. APL finds his third on hybrid off the orbital strike. Casper will trade out APL, so now 2v2 with that bomb once again. Still ticking, the dart lineup will hit. The defuse still getting stuck. Casper will whiff the op shot, try to find it and guard Wombat. Second shock dart takes out Wombat, and Casper will have to run for his life and try to save the op.
Yeah, now trying to save the op is definitely not what you're looking for. We talked about how important, how pivotal that round was for St. Clair, and they're not able to find it. And, you know, you're talking about not having the utility for the retakes. And it worked on the pistol because utility doesn't have as much of a factor in that. Not as many people have utility to their names in the pistol rounds. But now when you try to do something similar in a round 6 like we just saw, it does not work near as good as it did on the pistols.
Yeah, because you get the rain of flash, that's great. Once Brim drops that first line of smokes, you have to wait for the paint shells to recharge. Then you have some sky utility, but Chamber doesn't really give you that much to get back on site. He gives you a lot more on the defensive end than the offensive end, so St. Clair, there's just not really a whole lot they're able to set up so far, and they have to find some way to break the stride so far because UOttawa once again has been damn near flawless. Well, Blossom is going to fly through showers with the Sheriff, is going to try to find the kill on APL, and he will do so. Going to try to find a second here, unable to do so, but not the worst start for St. Clair. Blossom going to get in there, get in his face, and take out one early.
Yeah, that's going to be some aggression coming in for Rar, though, and Casper on the op. He's someone that you do not want to lose at any point in this game. He's such a valuable asset, just being a complete fragger, one of these top players for the squad, as well as being one of your duelists. The Reyna, those are all players that you usually count on. If VCAN does not win this gunfight, it's not going to make life easy for St. Clair. The paint shell's coming in. That's him dead.
What a grenade by Housey. Absolutely perfect. They either had some info or they guessed VCAN was going to be there. Jeremy was shut down hybrid on the flank, and UOttawa just eyes on the back of their head.
My goodness.
They know exactly where St. Clair positioned, whether it's paint shells or shock darts, and Wombat down to 19 HP sitting in heaven. Recon bolt as well. So this is a utility diff I was talking about. Just all of that Sova utility and everything just perfectly timed, and UOttawa just gets everything they need from it.
Sovas are so good in today's meta, and it's really hurting St. Clair on not being able to have all the utility or all the intel that they need to actually take these sites. It's currently Wombat and VCAN sitting at a combined 2 and 12 with 1 assist, and that's a scoreline that is really not sustainable for winning. And now it's just something that hasn't been going well for themselves. You look at the average money on the side of UOttawa, around 7 to 7.5K right now. The only one kind of down in the dumps is APL, but no worries for him. He's got an ult to his name. He's on Chamber. Chambers are one of those people that it doesn't matter as much to have a good economy. So here we are, round number 8.
Yeah, a little bit of entry utility by Blossom. Seekers did get popped by UOttawa. Blossom is going to blast back through showers. Unable to find one. APL once again shutting down Blossom's shower push. So Blossom once again too many times to the wall. APL ready to shut it down, and UOttawa is going to have a 5v4. Lots of ultis online for both sides if they decide to pop them. So St. Clair not out of it for sure. Housey is going to try to get planted on. It looks like it will go down. Rar will find the kill on hybrid off site. Wombat will try to swing. Will end up finding the kill. VCAN finds it as well. So now down to a 3v3. Flash will come out for Wombat, but he gets shut down by the showstopper. APL finds VCAN. Now it's a 3v1. Casper at maybe 40 HP, and he's got his work cut out for him here. Going to be ticked down to 23. APL finds his third, and UOttawa cruises to 7-1.
Yeah, UOttawa is not even just cruising to 7-1, just cruising, period. I mean, they are vibing right now. They are having a good time in this game, and they are really stepping up and bringing the firepower with this being a semifinals matchup. They know how important this is to advance in these NECC playoffs, and they know how important it is to be the champions of NECC, because for Valorant-wise, there's a lot of strong teams here in this league, and to come out on top really gives you some nice bragging rights.
Yeah, and to look, let's say, to look damn good while doing it too. Their utility use has seemed, and having that Sova, not that the Reyna is a bad pick, but I think having a Sova until he's going to get the nerf in a couple weeks, Sova is invaluable to have on pretty much every map, and UOttawa is just taking full advantage of recon darts, shock darts, and obviously the Raze utility as well. So strong on bind. Casper is going to try to find the early peak. Not going to find it, but I don't hate them backing off. At least show some presence, and then you can make a decision whether you want to re-engage. But just show them that you're there so they won't immediately push. Hunter Shuri will come online, though, for the side of UOttawa, trying to find anything he can. Blade going to try to find any tags. VCAN looks like he may have gotten tagged once, so and probably end up being an A pusher from the side of UOttawa.
Oh. VCAN aggressive shots will pay off and barely makes it out with his life. 2 HP after getting hit by that shock dart there now. Is going to sneak away, but look at this. Housey, he's got a lot of control over this B site. The only one here is Wombat on a Sheriff, and this is looking very, very good for a B site presence. Blossom now also down to 2 HP. 2 members of St. Clair are both tagged down to 2 HP. You need this guy's help.
Oh, yeah, they need some help right now. They need to cross. Try to get the op shot. VCan unable to find the kill. The trademark will get destroyed, so Blossom ain't going to get spotted out. Casper will find the kill on Rush, so now down to a 4v3, but St. Clair, 4 HP between VCan and Blossom right now, so they're definitely not out of the woods.
You need Wombat.
Wombat is going to try to find the headshot. Will land the first shot, land the second, takes out Blade, and the spike goes down as well, so trying to buy some time. He will get info, will get taken out by Housie, so Housie might be able to get the bomb down here, although a lot of Saints are flooding the site now. VCan going to try to swing, will get taken out on 2 HP. Housie with the headshot. Housie trying to find Blossom off the blast pack as well. APL with a perfect flank from Hookah. Casper will get the trade, and then Casper traded up from APL running through Hookah, and now 8-1 for UOttawa.
I personally don't think there that Wombat should have taken that second gunfight.
Yeah.
He still had heals to his name, and he knew that there was his teammates, 2 of them, down to 2 HP running towards him, that he could have healed up there and really assisted them moving forwards into this round. And with that not being able to come through, I think it's really one of those things that also puts St. Clair at a disadvantage for this one. And Wombat, it wasn't a play that I really was a fan of to begin with, to be completely honest. Sky is the only one on your team with heals right now, and is one of those players that can be very much so a team player, or very much so be a solo player. However, in that situation, I would have liked to see Sky be used a little bit more as a team player. Yeah,
I totally agree. While she definitely has the individual kit to like make plays and get kills, you have 2 teammates on 2, and you have that full health. You had a full health utility, and you got to try to get over, at least get them both to half. So definitely going to be a misplay for the side of St. Clair. UOttawa taking full advantage. They're going to leave the spike back. Hey, Brimstone will get popped. Rar is going to try to maybe flash out here and try to find something. He will flash out. Trademark will go away. Rar finds the flick onto Casper and the limp, so immediately going to be a 5v4 for UOttawa, and they are going to try to take site control. St. Clair playing the backline. VCan will find the kill, though, so 4v4, and Blade will get tagged up in showers a little bit, so St. Clair not too bad. Rar will find the kill on Blossom, though, so now down to a 4v3, and UOttawa slowly pushing on site, trying to get control.
This UOttawa roster looking so much more stronger now than they were the last time we saw them. It's going to be left in a 3v1 here now. Blade will find Wombat. It's all left up to Hybrid here now in this one. And Housie there with the blast pack jump. It's going to work out. That's a 9th for UOttawa Garnet. And they are looking to force an 11-1 half. And if we see an 11-1 half, I think St. Clair's kind of just in a point where they are GG go next.
Yeah, usually I would say that double digits. If you go to double digits in the first half, it's probably GG's. I mean, even when you get up to 8 or 9, it's still pretty tough. Look at APL, 14-5 on the chamber. So definitely going to be a huge difference for the side of UOttawa so far, just able to get those first bloods, and I think he's gotten 3 or 4 rounds where he's gotten that 3K, whether it was on pistol round or now using the Vandal and just wide swinging everybody. And then that was an awesome blast pack by the side of UOttawa. That little blast pack jump just to get off the angle and then to reset and get that spray. And UOttawa, they're just getting it done every single way they want right now, and St. Clair needs to find an answer because their backs are against the wall.
Backs against the wall, indeed. If they can force this to a 9-3 half, though, it will give them some potential, as Blossom will start us off with a nice little kill. And it's going to be some dogs sent out as well for this side of, I believe that is Wombat on the Sky for St. Clair, trying to get this intel. And it is going to be some more shots coming through, as Wombat will find a second. The Bird coming in, not going to be able to get effectiveness is his Sheriff. It's Blade and Rar, good for a few. Rar going to fight 2. This round has been flipped on its head. It's all up to the Reyna and the Brimstone there. This bomb is going to be getting planted here now. Casper trying to make his way over as quick as he can on this Sheriff, but it's looking like a very good round for UOttawa Garnet. Their post plants are now through.
Casper does have both flashes available. Hybrid is going to have a little bit of distance still to travel. Recon Dart is going to come and say, no, he's in heaven now. Information required. Blade is going to get a couple tags. Casper down to 66 HP. Does have 2 flashes. Going to pop one out early. Going to double flash out. Try to find something possibly early on. 3 members of UOttawa perfectly crossed up. APL and Rar will find at the same time. And UOttawa now with a 10-1 commanding lead in half 1.
These post plants have been so beautiful from UOttawa as well, just not even really being pressured too much. They're finding these rounds with ease. Like, they're not being tested really at all. Yes, that St. Clair might find an opening pick or 2. They might find these opening advantages, but to capitalize on it, it's just not being able to happen. The execution is too strong for the side of UOttawa Garnet, and I do believe that this is a UOttawa map pick. Just looking at this map, how it is, and with UOttawa starting on the attacking side rather than the defending side, I personally do believe that this is their map pick, so it could also have a very big factor in the side of UOttawa having such a commanding lead on this one, because it's one of those maps that they're very comfortable on.
Yeah, this is very reminiscent of the like a month ago when they played Unbind as well. They just had such clean post plants, and they were able to play both sides, even though they do favor A as most teams do. They do have that trump card where they can go over to B, they can swing, they split utility, they're able to find members of St. Clair, split off site and find those picks. And now up 10-1, gonna try to get early entry. Looks like they're gonna go favor the B side this time. Chamber is gonna be playing back A. APL gonna be waiting for those St. Clair flanks possibly, or someone maybe trying to lurk through mid and make a play, because he knows St. Clair probably getting desperate at this point, so maybe try to catch an off angle and try to catch someone asleep. But Angels are gonna come through Hookah, nothing gonna be found yet, so both teams playing a lot more relaxed here to start this round.
Wombat does have an ult for St. Clair and a showstopper for them as well on Blossom. So the ults for St. Clair are strong ones. They are not weak ults by any means necessary. It is going to be a swing coming through though. Rar looking for the first, not able to. Hybrid going to find 2 headshots before Blade is there to trade him through. It's a 4-on-3 now. St. Clair with that player advantage. Vcan coming around through U-Haul. They are not going to expect him here. Maybe they will.
Blade is going to go down. Lamps engagement will come. Beacon will get shot down by Housey. So once again, Lamps control will go to the side of UOttawa. Seekers will come through. Blade is going to try to kill Blossom in Heaven. He will blast back across. Drops the showstopper. Unable to find the kill. Blade will shut him down, jumping out of Heaven. Blade finds his third of the round. Takes out Wombat with a headshot. So now, once again, 3v1. UOttawa. Blade finds his fourth. And textbook performance from UOttawa in half one, going up 11-1, and the Hunter's Fury just kept in the pocket anyways.
A quick little masterclass there from Blade, putting it to a 4K, and it's going to now force the side of UOttawa Garnet up 11-1, just 2 rounds away from closing this one out. And as I was saying, seeing an 11-1 scoreline is making me kind of think it's more of a GG go next mindset for St. Clair here at this point in time. Obviously, still looking to come back, obviously still trying to find these round wins, but the morale, the momentum, it's just not there right now enough for the side of the Saints to be able to try to push this one into a comeback, to try to push this one into a map win.
Yeah, I still like. I don't hate the comp. I still don't love St. Clair's comp. I would have loved like a second smoker or like maybe a breach or someone to like
Sova maybe.
Sova, yeah, obviously Sova is obviously a good default choice. Just even like maybe a jet something. You need something to either create space or you need to like, because they have like that one line of utility, they use it and then they kind of just have to rely on winning gunfights or like god nades, and that's not a sustainable way to win. And UOttawa get throw the nade down mid, god nade of their own, gonna try to get a couple of tags and they will do so. Casper gonna get shot to the TP. So UOttawa, they know they're in control of this game. They're turning full defense into offense for St. Clair right now.
I mean, at this point in time, why wouldn't you?
Why not?
You have the momentum, you have the gun skill, you've been showing that you can win these gunfights. It's going to be a full TP into Hookah here, trying to follow up all these members of St. Clair. This bomb is looking to go down. I'm not sure if St. Clair is going to be ready for the Hookah presence that is here. Housey will find the first on the Wombat, and a lot of damage dealt to a few more of these members of St. Clair. Vcan going to have a big gunfight here. He's not going to expect this player behind him, and APL will find the kill. It's going to be Hybrid here now, tagged down to 75. I mean, this Sheriff is very lethal to himself. Housey, APL all swinging through. St. Clair College, they will fall. Match point here for UOttawa Garnet and map number 1 of NECC semifinals.
Yeah, APL, just whatever UOttawa is doing whatever they want, however they want, to whoever they want right now for the side of St. Clair, whether they're pushing flanks, they're full sending it through teleporter. They realize on defense that they can pretty much play offensive now, so UOttawa, they smell blood in the water and they're trying to close out map 1 here on Bind and take us to Haven.
Yeah, they are done with this one. They're just trying to speed run, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, all right, what is the fastest possible way that we can wrap this one up here?
I'd expect to see a lot of rifles from UOttawa this round too.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I feel like in your second round, if you win the pistol, whatever you can buy it.
Yeah.
That's always my mindset.
Especially on match point.
Yeah,
like,
don't try saving, 500-600. That's pointless. Just force up, try to lock in that round one. Yeah, like you were saying, especially on match point. But APL, the Ares, well, I thought the Ares got nerfed again.
Yeah, he didn't get the kill. APL actually got the kill, but that Ares spray still looked pretty damn strong. I thought that nerf did come through. That still looked extremely strong. Rar is gonna run with the Ares.
Oh,
we'll get the spraying headshot and we'll wall
nerf? Question mark?
Yeah, exactly. Rar making good use of the Ares. Housey on the Phantom gonna find the headshot as well. So the economy clearly being the difference maker. Hybrid down to 21 gets tagged up APL with the Vandal, and now once again all on Casper. No flashes left. Unable to find the headshot. APL finds his third, and UOttawa destroys St. Clair in 13-1 fashion on Bind.
A dominant game one. Oof. We were expecting this one to be UOttawa favored. We were expecting them to have the number of St. Clair throughout this series. And starting off with game one, I was kind of expecting the side of UOttawa to take it, but just not in a fashion like that. I thought we were going to be seeing a 13-8, 13-9 score line coming into this game, and it's just not the case. UOttawa is looking like they're peaking. They are looking very, very strong right now. And St. Clair, they just don't have what it is to keep up.
Yeah, I'd say once again, I go to look at the top 4 for the side of UOttawa, all being near the top of the leaderboard. That just shows you too, like they don't have any weak link. Like Jeremy, even though he's playing Grim and doesn't get a lot of kills, he's just backlining the smokes, using the orbital strike, and just using those stimmies to set up his teammates for a lot of kills. So even though, like say, look how even that scoring is between the team. Though, like just every single player had that round where like, oh, he got a 3, got a 4K, and getting that out of all your players just means so much. And we saw such good utility.
2 players over a 300 rating, unreal to see. You cannot allow that to come through in game number 2. So we will be heading over to Haven here coming up next in game number 2. We are going to take a quick little short break in the meantime, though. My name is Jackson the Pride Brown, joined alongside Daniel Jobin. We'll be right back in a few.